11-year-old Milena Uralova lies in a hospital, recovering 9 days after a Russian soldier shot her through the face. Horribly wounded, and yet quick to show off how she can count in English.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Я могу достать.
She can't speak loudly, her mother Elena explains. She has a bullet wound to her jaw and the base of her tongue, she says. The bullet was lodged in her throat near her carotid artery. Milena does gymnastics. She's going to show me a couple of videos. This was Milena before Russia invaded Ukraine, flipping and dancing. But now she can barely walk. We met Milena here in a makeshift bomb shelter in the basement of a children's hospital. The nurses here say that 6 or 7 times a day and night, due to air raid sirens, they have to bring these newborns, who all have medical complications, in and out of this room for hours at a time for their safety. The windows protected by sandbags. On March 16th, Elena, her 2 daughters and mother-in-law fled from the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol after enduring weeks of Russian bombardment, jumping into the back of a car with 2 strangers to escape. They navigated many Russian military checkpoints, and then at around noon, Elena says, they made a turn towards the town of Vasilievka and stumbled across Russian soldiers who opened fire on the car without warning.
We started turning, and that's when they started firing at us from submachine guns. After that, of course, the driver stopped. We started opening our doors, walking out with our hands up, after which they were shouting something. We did not know what, and that is when we saw what happened to my daughter, the younger one. We took her out of the car as she was wounded.
Her mother says, realizing their mistake, the Russian soldiers gave her daughter first aid and sent her to a nearby hospital in the Russian-occupied town of Tokmak. A Red Cross vehicle later brought her to this hospital for life-saving surgery. The hospital has treated 9 wounded children in the last 2 weeks. What injuries are you seeing now?
Different injuries, different trauma. It's head trauma, it's amputation, traumatic amputation. It's bullets trauma.
Dr. Ivan Anikin says Milena is now stable and will live, hopefully without long-term physical disabilities.
But she has not so good psychological status. She worries, she cries, she afraid different sounds.
Milena's mother has a message for the Russian soldiers who shot her daughter.
Go back home. Why are they here? They are mercenaries who don't care about us. Don't care about the situation in this country or this war. They don't care who they are shooting at.
As for Milena, she shows photos of her cats, Musia and Pusia, and looks forward to one day going back to doing gymnastics. Ivan Watson, CNN, Zaporizhia, Ukraine.